What's up, guys? Welcome. This is kind of a Monday edition of Sunday Stock Study. So I had a long weekend for Martin Luther King Day, so which was really nice. Hope you guys got to rest up, hang out with your family a little, and enjoy. Or maybe you're going a little stir crazy because the market's not open and anxious to make that money. But um, still wanted to come on and do a little talk and go over Sunday stock study stuff as well. So go over some tickers and things like that. So welcome if you're watching on the replay as well. So make sure you like and comment and subscribe on the page so then you get notified every time we go live for the Sunday stock study. We do it every week around in the evening time. So permitting, my son has basketball, and so it kind of depends what time his basketball game is, and I get back into town. So usually it's around 6 p.m. my time, which would make it 8 p.m. market time or so. I know this week's a little bit weird because of the holiday weekend, but make sure you click subscribe and hit the bell so then you do get notified when I go live. We also making more of like a schedule. So more of a schedule on when I'm going to be going live, or when I'm going to be posting videos. So I think I'm going to have it on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays I'll have just whatever's going on, kind of video, whatever topic, just in general. On Thursdays I'll release some type of video on some type of technical analysis and go over it a little bit more in depth. On Friday we go live on in the morning at about 8:30, 8:45 market time. We do a pre-market plan and we go over the tickers that we're watching for the day. Then you can watch me trade live with the guys inside the New Age Wall Street room. Um, then on Sunday, of course, we have the Sunday stock study. So yeah, but yeah. So today I wanted to talk about mental capital. So today we're going to talk about mental capital and how it affects you holistically, and not just in trading, but holistically in your life and in your decision making. So such a thing as decision fatigue or paralysis by overanalysis as well. So a little bit kind of different things, but we're going to jump right in and take a look at it. Um, so mental capital. What mental capital is so imagine that you wake up every morning, right? So you wake up every morning and you only have so much ability to make decisions, or so much emotion that you could put into something for one day, right? So picture it like it's your cell phone battery. So you wake up, your battery's charged, right? And then from that point on, when you wake up, throughout the day, every decision that you make is taken out of that bucket in order for you making decisions, and you become it exhausts at a certain point, right? So what I mean is that, and if you take a look at it, there's been a lot of studies on this, and it's real. So this mental or emotional capital is definitely real. Where if you're constantly making decisions all day long, you just get fatigued. You get really fatigued, and so you get just um, where you don't want to make any other type of decisions or things like that. So people that have management type jobs in corporations, or even like mothers. So I like to use the example of mothers a lot, because not only is a mother, a matriarch of a house, like, I mean, she's not making just decisions for herself. She's making decisions for the most likely the kids, right? So whatever, if she has kids, also the household, what to make for dinner, on top of everything that she's done at her job, or anything else. So that, I mean, you got to give the moms credit out there for everything that they go through, and the mental capital that they're expending, making not decisions not only for themselves but for everyone else, to be happy, and for everything to flow right in their lives. Um, and there's lots of examples of this. So and eventually, and I mean, even if you take a look, right? So in relationships, what's the funniest thing, like, or the most annoying thing in a relationship, is when you ask your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever where they want to go eat, and they say, I don't know. And so there's a reason for that. So there's a reason for that, because you're making so many decisions, and there's so many options nowadays, that you just don't want to make a decision. You're tired of making decisions throughout the whole day, and then you wind up going back and forth on this. Where do you want to eat? And you're like, I don't care. Just make a decision. And it's not necessarily even about the food, right? It's just actually making a decision. You don't want to make that decision at that point. And so it's funny. I mean, it's definitely funny that those types of things do happen. Um, so yeah, I mean, um, I I mean, especially people that have really highly stressful jobs, like that where you're making decisions for a lot of different people that are going to affect a lot of different people. They're going to affect the outcome of a lot of different things as well, right? By the time you get home at the end of the day, you're just tired. You're just tired where you don't want to make those types of decisions. And so the reason that I bring this up, and the reason why I want to talk about this tonight, is because um, because it ties into your trading quite significantly. So the reason why this ties into your trading is because if you're in and out of trades, right? So like you're over trading, you're in and out of trades, or you're just going in and out, or you're reading tape and things like that. By the end of the day, or not even by the end of the day, you're just emotionally and shot on your mental capital, where you don't have anything else left to give, and then you may even become aggravated or snappy with your girlfriend or your wife or your kids, because you're just tired from expending um, all that capital that you had for that day. And so with your trading, right? So if you're in a trade and you're, say it's just, kind of staying, kind of flat. It's just kind of chopping around, and it's not hitting your stop loss. It's not really going in your favor, but it's just chopping around. But you're watching it and you're stressing out because, I mean, you want the trade to go in your favor, and you want it to go well, and you're analyzing every single thing about it. You're reading tape, you're reading, the price action, you're looking at your technicals, you've read your fundamentals. Then you're having to deal with, probably other people that that are trading alongside with you, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting. There's a lot going on in that point. So, but you don't have to be in that trade. So, and this goes back to one of my favorite rules that I developed for my trading, is that most, or excuse me, all of your trades should walk into profit quickly. So your trade should not be just sitting there floating around. If your entry is correct and your timing is correct on your trade, you should be your trade should walk into profit quickly, where you don't have to worry about it and it's not stressful. So if you're constantly taking these trades over and over and over again, where they're not working in your favor, you're stopping out, and they're just not working for you, it's it's expending that mental capital, and you don't have to do that. So you're better off just sitting waiting around, till your trade comes to you, and then when you know that you're going to nail the trade, or you're the I should say the odds of the trade are more in your favor, or highly in your favor, and then you swing at that pitch that's coming to you in that trade, and it walks into profit quickly, and then you get out, you take your profit, and you go. And I can't tell you that on losing days where I've overtraded, or things like that, where I just I just feel exhausted by the time I'm done trading. I just feel exhausted by the way I'm trading. But whenever I make a plan and I go ahead and I trade my plan, I feel amazing. Like I feel like there was really no effort that was put into it, and I feel refreshed. Where I could go about the rest of my day, and my friends and family aren't scared that I'm gonna yell at them, or kind of blow up on them or anything, because I'm just mentally exhausted, and I don't want to deal with anything else at that point. So it's a lot. It's definitely a real thing. It's definitely something to take into account in your trading, and not even your trading, and just your normal life. The more you automate things, and you take these decisions out of your day-to-day life, the more happy you're going to be, the more um, the more effort and energy you're going to have to actually deal with things that are important going on in your day. So, like for example, also Mark Zuckerberg, and there's a bunch of other CEOs as well, where they don't wear, they have like a uniform where they wear the same thing every day, right? So Mark Zuckerberg is a blue shirt, jeans, and white tennis shoes, I think. And and the reason for that is so then he doesn't have to make the decisions every day to on what he has to wear. So he doesn't have to worry about what that is every day. Um, so the more you could make a life or make a lifestyle, I should say, on where these decisions are not, you don't have to worry about them. They're just automatic, and you already set up your life in that way that that's the way it's going to be. The more mental capacity that you have to deal with actual issues or even enjoyment that you could have with your friends and family. And so it's and it's a lot. It's definitely a lot to have to think about that. It is important for you to it is important for you to conserve that mental capacity and mental energy that you have for the day, because you don't know what's going to happen within the next hour, couple hours or whatever. That's why, like, if you get really frustrated, you get really upset or whatever, say you start crying and you have like a bad episode. That's why you feel so exhausted afterwards, is because that mental energy that you just expended into the situation that you're just upset about, right? um I read an article like a few weeks ago where world chess champions usually lose around 20 pounds when they're in a tournament. So a tournament could go, like, I think it's like 3-4 days or something like that. And I mean, they're sitting there, right? That's not physically demanding. They're sitting in a chair, right? Sitting there, analyzing the chess pieces, and they lose 20 pounds within that time frame. And so what that means is that when your brain is, going and trying to, figure out how to operate and make a decision, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on within your body. There's a lot of chemical responses that are going on with your body when you that are responses to these decisions and emotions that are going on at that time. So just from them sitting there and you having to analyze and make decisions, make decisions the way that they are from that tournament, they lose 20 pounds just sitting there playing chess. And I don't say just. I mean, it's very, very, taxing to probably have to do that, right? So I don't, I've never had to do that. But I want you to take an inventory of all the things that are in your life that you spend a lot of mental capital on, right? So it could be your boyfriend, it could be your girlfriend, it could be your kids, it could be your job. Where if your job is stressing you out and it isn't conducive to you living a good life, then it's very stressful. So if you're able to it, if you're able to uh, get some autonomy into your life to where these decisions you don't have to make on a daily basis, or they're already done for you, it will help you make life be more enjoyable and be um, life be more enjoyable, and also for you to have the mental capital for the decisions that are important for you to make during your day. Same thing with your trading. So you want to save that mental capital and not have to overanalyze a trade that or a wrong trade that you're in that's not going anywhere. Just get out. Just get out. You could always re-enter the trade, and you could always look for a different trade at the same time as well. There's no reason for you to be expending that mental capital when there's other trades, there's other tickers that you could be looking at instead of stressing yourself out um, and putting yourself in that situation. So that's what I want to talk about as far as the mental capital. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Thinkorswim. We'll go ahead and go over my Thinkorswim. We'll go over some tickers. Just give me a second to get logged in. So pretty excited. So earnings season is coming up for fourth quarter of last year. So I believe I'll actually pull it up right now. Um, I'll pull it up. Give me a second. Um, earnings for. Now I'm trying to get it so it shows my screen. There it is. There it is. So there is the thing there, and all right, we're gonna do it like this. And I don't have the green screen up right now, um, so I apologize about that. But there we go. So now you could see my beautiful face. Um, so earnings season calendar here for January. So on so one that I'm looking forward to is next week. It's going to be Tesla. So Tesla is releasing earnings. There's a lot of things going on with Tesla right now, guys. I guess they're trying to release the Model Y, and there's already like there's already like uh, a lot of criticism behind it, and I guess like safety things and investigations that are set to be launched for it, and um, we'll see what happens. Now, there's some sweeps that are coming in that are trying to buy Tesla at 700. So right now it's at 500. I wanted to get to 600. I was hoping that they would fudge their earnings a little bit for it to get to 600. So that would be absolutely awesome if they're able to get it to 600. And of course, we'll wait for the ride down. It should be pretty fast ride down whenever it does come. So just to pull up the ticker, and I'm trying to you see my thing here a little bit different. I'm trying to learn how to use the Thinkorswim platform here, guys. So then I think I'm going to switch brokers. So then I don't have to worry about all this crazy stuff on all this crazy stuff using DAS and Thinkorswim. So I could just have one thing, and I think this is the best way that I'm going to have it set up. So I'm able to trade here in the bottom, have my tickers on the top, and then we'll be good to go. So, but this is Tesla. So they had some news that came out here in this after hours on Friday about that Model Y. So if you look, um, mm, so Tesla says no unintended acceleration in its vehicle's response to petition for NHTSA. So yeah, so there's some type of report that their vehicles were accelerating by themselves, and there's like a video as well, a video of a big rig, like in front of a car, in front of a Tesla, and it was stopped at a red light, right? And then the Tesla actually bumped into it, like I don't want to say on purpose, but like the Tesla ran into it on autopilot. So pretty crazy. What up, Mateo? What up, bro? Did you have a good weekend, Mateo? You do anything exciting? Get to see your mom and your brother? So yeah, so that's Tesla, and then I believe Amazon has earnings here within the next week or two as well. So just going, a little bit further out. Oh my goodness, I can't see anything with the way the screen is. I'm gonna have to change this real quick, guys. Yeah, so this is Amazon, so it's been kind of just ranging in between this area here. Every time it gets, to 1920 or so, it just kind of putters out, and I want them to. Richard's in here too. Thought everyone was out, like, catching up on their Netflix shows and stuff. I thought, I didn't think anyone was gonna come in and join me. I was just gonna be in here by myself. So, what's up, guys? I've been in here all weekend by myself, and just I've been like who's studying and been working in here. But anyways, so Amazon here. So we're looking at the line right here at 1850 or so. We wanted to break 1850 to come down. If not, it will go ahead and get another good squeeze up if we get some good earnings from them. I think the earnings for Amazon is on the 29th. Now I was talking about live streaming on Friday, guys. I'm not going to live stream this Friday, so if you guys are watching, because I have court for my son in the morning, so at 9 o'clock. So I'm going to focus on that, and then I'll have, and then we'll see you for Sunday Stock City next week. But just want to let you know I'm not streaming live on Friday this week. Um, oh, there it is. Man, there's a lot of tickers in here that, so it's like every single ticker that reports earnings, but need to find a better calendar. So Netflix is on the 21st. So the Netflix earnings is tomorrow, guys. So that'll be pretty cool to watch. And then so we'll trade it. We'll see if we could trade Netflix on um, Wednesday. So Wednesday. So I like to usually trading the next day for earnings. So like if we get a huge drop from the earnings, right? Then I like to see the gap fill and for it to come like a mean reversion type strategy for earnings is what I like to do. So I'll look at that for Netflix. I'm pretty excited to see where Netflix landed it for this quarter because there's a lot of I don't want to say controversy, but what they were talking about as far as the Disney Plus and if they were going to be able to hack it and stuff. Um, so I'd like to see what numbers they come out with um, this quarter. So then, man, there's so many this has like every single company like in the Nasdaq and New York Stock Exchange. It's not showing me like the notable earnings. I don't know where people get the stupid calendar that shows like the notable ones. But I know for sure Tesla's on the 29th. I don't know which day Amazon is. I'll have to double check. I'll just Google it real quick. On the 30th. So Tesla's on um, Tesla's on the 29th. Amazon's on the 30th. So that's next week that we'll be looking at that. But other than that, guys, if we're I wonder if the see if we can see if the futures are open. Yeah, did you see Richard? I don't know if you're still in here. Oh, cool, dude. That'll be sick to go snowboarding, bro. I heard there California got a lot of snow this this winter, bro. For earnings, so as long as the setup's good, I kind of just keep it the same as far as trading for earnings. Um, like I said, I don't trade to like when they actually release their earnings. I usually trade the very next day. So if it sets up, then I just trade it like a normal trade. And the thing is that usually you have like a bigger range. So I mean, the home run trade comes from the range that you're trading in, um, not the size that you're trading, just the range. So like Amazon, I made like 8,000 on Amazon last earnings in October, September October time. I made like 8,000 on it because of just how big the move was, and my account was still small at that time. I think I had like 3 or 4 contracts just getting in and out. So is that so? You are you saying, yeah, Richard, for the way I have my thing set up, with the things on the bottom? That's not how you do it, right? So the DOM is the depth of market. So that's where you put on the Thinkorswim, you put in the active trader. But I had mine set up like on the bottom, so I could just put the contracts on the bottom and then be able to trade them. So I think that's what's gonna work the best for me. I think I'm not I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to see. I saw one person where like they had like the actual equity on to the side, and then they had the next one was the contract that they're trading, and then it just alternated. So they had four of them on one screen. But I don't think I like that. I like the where the bottom is directly what's correlated with what's on top of it. So, and then you can link them. So you can link them and assign them colors. So then it changes alongside with it and stuff. Whatever you like, if you change the studies and things like that. So it took me like 2 or 3 hours last night messing with it on demand. Um, so it's hard. It's really I don't know how to say. I think it's just because I'm more used to. I mean, I've always traded with DAS, but it's definitely different. I think it will be nicer once I get the hang of it, but it's definitely something to do. But oh, look at the futures. What the hell happened here to the futures, guys? The futures slid off, guys. Your European stocks are down. Yeah, so the futures are down because of the European market. It looks like so that makes things a little bit interesting. So it went from 33.23 down. The lowest was 33.12, so about 10 points or so. Um, so that does make things a little bit interesting. That's how you have yours. Is there yours? So that's how you trade yours. Is with yours to the left, Richard. I was also thinking of just detaching a whole like a whole screen just to like trade exclusively on that from the trader from the trading tab or whatever. Oh, thank you, Matt. Matt, let me know. You have to DM me, dude. I sent you your refund, dude. Let me know if you get it, bro. Oh, I apologize again about that. I've been meaning to message you, but let me know if you get it because I've never had to issue a refund before, so I think I did it right. Um, so yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I'm looking for. One thing that if you guys are looking at, is HD. So remember we were talking about this at 210, and now it's at 230. So I think the 230 was the actual profit target where I wanted it to get to when we're talking on a Sunday stock study like a month or so, not a month ago, maybe a few weeks ago. But this has been a really good, nice trade here. I'm also keeping an eye still on Peloton. I was just trying to do some research as to what sentiment is towards it, like what other people are thinking, and I see some pretty big people in here saying that it's a short. They're going to short it down to zero and short it down into being a penny stock, but we kind of got this double bottom right here, guys, and this is what I was looking for. So we break above uh, 31, 32, and we start squeezing up. This is what we've been talking about on Peloton. If it's able to keep some momentum to the upside, especially if they have earnings and they gap for earnings. So if they did well, for fourth quarter for earnings, um, and so and then so I'm looking at Peloton to squeeze up, hopefully over. Um, I wanted to get to 100 to be honest, so up to 100 would be pretty cool. So I think that would be a pretty nice short squeeze. If you look at at Finviz, not saying that like Finviz is the end all be all fundamental thing or whatever, but the short float on Peloton is 64%. So we start making this thing inching up higher, and we are gonna have a freaking explosion there. So um, oh, see, I had it one way, dude, where like I had the level two, yeah, like that. I think it was like that. So the way the bottom one was, so you have like the active trader on the top and the level two on the bottom. I like that too, dude. So like if I was to do like a just a regular if I was to do just like a regular like just a whole different screen to actually trade off of and then keep the chart separate, I would do it something like that. So I'll kind of show you guys here and on YouTube what we're talking about. So we're just kind of showing the way that he sets up his Thinkorswim. So um, yeah, I'm just trying to get used to it. So I think I want to trade, and I'm kind of worried about the way that my executions are going to be. That was the other thing, Richard, is that when I was doing like on demand to try to figure it out last night, just like where everything was at, I couldn't so like you know how you said you have that slider where you could slide between the bid and the ask, right? I couldn't find where that slider was, and then I did find it, and then it didn't let me slide it. So I just like on the active trader, just actually clicking on the price, dude. I could just click on the bid and get filled there or whatever. Clicking on the last price or whatever. So, um, but yeah, so Peloton guys, 64% short float. If we get this, could be like a pretty big deal if it starts going. So a lot of hurt feelings, especially with the way the sentiment is. I think a lot of people are saying that it's going to be, a lot of people are trying to short it down. So the lockup is in 2 months. So since it is an IPO, the lockup is in like 2 months. So um, we have a little bit of time. So we have a little bit of time, but I'm comparing this to BYND, so to be something like that. But did you guys see BYND, Richard? They got a contract, or they got okay to be able to sell their product in China or something. Let me see. Um, I don't know where I saw that. I don't know where I saw that article. Yeah, I don't know. I saw an article where like BYND got approved to be able to sell like in China or something, and so that'll be cool to keep on watch for tomorrow as well. So with that news. Well, hopefully it was actually news. It wasn't just something I'm dreaming up, but I just thought it just might be hard to find because there's no markets open or anything right now. So um, yeah, I can't find it. So that's pretty much it as far as today on the tickers that we're looking at. So BYND, BYND looking good. Keeping Peloton on my long-term watch. Tesla and Amazon for next week. This week, if you're trading options, the gamble's going to probably be messed up because of the short week. So tomorrow's going to actually feel like Wednesday, and so on and so forth. So going to be like a nail and bell type of week. So um, other than that, though, so I don't really keep track of the upgrades or downgrades, Matt. To be 100% honest, I don't really keep too much track on it. Like if I'm trading it and I'm just going through the news, like on Thinkorswim, like on Thinkorswim, it'll say like upgrades or downgrades on the live news, and I'll just note it. Like I'll just note it. So um, I don't really like trade based off of it, though. Um, so we'll see that now, like with especially like with Tesla. So it seems like the analysts are kind of chasing their predictions on it. So I'm hoping 600 and then back down, guys. So I've been right on it so far, and 550. Me and Charlie have a bet at 550. He didn't think it was going to get to 500 or 550, so we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, so then what was there any other tickers I was looking at? I think the only other one was Boeing for like earnings or whatever, guys. Like Boeing is going to be, or they just report. Yeah, Boeing is about to report here too, so I'm keeping that on watch as well. So um, that should get pretty interesting. Um, how's your options trading been going, Matt? Oh, see, I wasn't even doing it from like the option chain like screen like that, Richard. I still have all my screens in the damn closet over here, dude, and I haven't even done my computer. I'm afraid to have the extra screen on my laptop, bro. So I'm gonna start building the computer, and then put the screens on the screens on the new computer and get it all going. So maybe when I have the additional screen and desk space, then I could have like an extra screen to be able to do that. But I need another computer just for streaming, pretty much, man. Like right now, like I was googling how to put an intro like for YouTube for the live streams and stuff like that. So 500 on Tesla. See, I'm a little worried because I have contracts for this for next week after earnings, so I have 550 calls right now, and so I'm a little bit worried because with that news that happened on Friday, um, I hope the short sellers uh, don't take advantage and push it down really crazy. So awesome, bro, awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's the options with I don't know how it is with Venom, but like just with Cobra, I don't know if they just holistically do it a little bit different, but I mean there's a lot of paperwork and stuff to jump through to do it. Like when I did it with SureTrader, um, I just pretty much asked them and they turned it on for me. It was like an additional $25 a month or something to be able to get options quotes or something like that for the option chain and stuff like that. And that was it. And then, but with Cobra, I had to like get a certain level of options that I wanted to have available. So um, I'm not shorting any type of like shorting calls or shorting puts or anything like that or selling them yet. So I didn't go too crazy with it. So I'm really trying to work on my longer term trades. So like my goal this year is to trade less, get take some of the bigger longer term trades, and, yeah, dude, definitely let me know, bro. I'm really interested to see how you do. You've been killing it on learning it and everything. Yeah, you kind of just took off with. I gave you a little crash course and showed you how I do everything, and then you show up the next day and make $300-400, then 700, and you have to get what's his name, bro? Um, is it Oscar? With Oscar, you have to get Oscar to come trade, dude. Like he told me he's gonna come. He's I'm ready to do some options, and I don't know what he's doing, bro. So I think he's really happy, bro. I'm really happy for him. I think he got engaged and just enjoying his fiance and stuff. So good for him. So um yeah, dude. So I even Richard had to do the same thing, Matt, because he didn't ask to have a cash account when he started. He and so he just started trading, and then he got like told him that he had some type of error and that he was getting like margin called or something. So yeah, it took Richard a little bit to so all right, guys, I got another video that I need to record and edit so I could get it out this week. Did you guys have any other questions, or you want me to go over any indicators or anything like that? I moved my desk too. I moved my desk. Now I'm not gonna have now I'm not gonna have a living room. I moved my desk over to the living room area, and then I moved the couch over there. So and the lighting seems to be a little bit better here. And then like um, and then I got the windows right here. Like when I'm recording, now I got all kinds of like I got like 3 tripods and look like I'm shooting a music video, porn video or something in here, bro. So pretty pumped. Well, cool guys. That's a pretty cool surprise seeing you guys come in. So I thought I was gonna be in here just talking to myself and I'd get some few people on the replay, but hey, you guys hit me up later, and we'll see you in the morning. All right. I'm gonna. So did you see how the thing is, Matt, is like the, here's the thing that's happening, dude, is that I can't keep using the Monopoly man forever. So eventually I'm gonna have to rebrand everything and redo everything. And I'm really trying not to like spend as much money as I could like doing that, because or not getting like stuff the way that it is right now, because eventually I'm gonna have to like rebrand and re-release everything, dude. Because I could I could I'm probably gonna get a cease and desist letter from Hasbro, whoever owns Monopoly, saying I can't use their stuff. So I'm really trying hard not to do that because did you ever see like, and I hate to give the promo for like Cameron Foose or whatever, and they had that iconic thing like in the back there for their videos, that neon thing. I thought that was pretty cool. I wanted one like that too. So, but I don't want to spend the money on it if I'm having to rebrand and then like do something different. So, um, it's a lot, dude. I don't know when I'm gonna do it or how I'm gonna do it. So, um, we'll have to see what happens at at that point. But I am gonna get some. I don't know if you saw like at my old place at my house, before everything that was going on. I had some pretty cool like Wall Street, Minnie and Mickey, like Alec Monopoly style like art. So I'm gonna get some like art stuff in the back, and then and then some. I'm gonna make it like some like a seat and stuff right here. So it'll be a cool backdrop whenever I do make videos and stuff, dude. So um, I'll get some pretty cool stuff going on here. Also gonna get some like LEDs for my monitors. So I ordered those the other day, and then some stuff to hang up on the top, and then I'm gonna put like a bookshelf, I think, on the side right here. So some ideas, like ideas for what, like on logos and stuff. I don't even see. That's what I don't even know, dude. I might change the whole name of everything, like, and so it kind of sucks. Like, I'm making all these videos and um and everything. So it's a lot that I've been thinking about. So if anything, it won't be until probably next year, dude. So, but cool, bro. I gotta make this other video before I get too lazy and then I don't do it. So I'll let you go and hit me up in the morning. Let me see. Let me know how your trades go. All right.